Oh, you young people, you just continue to know more and more. But on my many travels, through caves and forests and whatnot, I've learned the best skill that you can have is math. So listen to this young guy. He'll tell you some stuff. All right, so let's do this worksheet. We need to find the equation of the circle. So hopefully you know that the equation of the circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals the radius squared. And h, I'll do it here. H comma k is the center and r is the radius. Okay, that's all you need to know. So whatever the radius is, you have to square it. So 6 times the square root of 5 squared, whatever that number is, that will give you the radius. No, that will give you the radius squared. So that'll be the number that this part equals. So to find that, 6 times the square root of 5, that's a 2, squared, that's 180. So when we plug these in, we know h is 0 and k is 0. So it goes x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals that number, 180. Okay? Or more simply, x squared plus y squared equals 180. Okay? Now, we're going to go to some problems where you don't just have 0, 0, right? So we're going to actually have numbers inside of this, but it's always going to be opposite signs. So if it's minus 14, we'll get x minus negative 14, which is x plus 14. Y plus 16, and that equals 1 squared, which is 1. Okay? This one. Now, instead of giving you the radius, right, you get another point on a circle. And the trick here, see number 6, I can see there's a problem with that one, because we don't know how far they are apart, unless I change the problem. And I've done that 1 or 2 times this year. We could just change this problem. I'm going to change this point to a number 6. We're going to do it later. But I'm going to change this to 7, negative 4 instead of 6, negative 4. And then you can just count how far apart these two numbers are, and that'll give you the radius. So on the number line, from negative 1 to negative 4, it's 1, 2, 3 away. So the radius is 3. Okay? On this one, we need to figure out how far apart negative 4 and negative 6 are. On a number line, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, you can see that negative 4 and negative 6 are 2 away. So the radius is 2. So to do this one should be pretty easy. We've got x plus 16 squared plus y plus 4 squared is the radius squared, which is 4. So the center and the radius, that's what we have to find. The center, just like this one, the center is 0, 0, because there's nothing subtracted from the x or the y. So 0, 0. And the radius, we have to take the square root of 358. I don't know what that is. So let's figure out that. Square root of 358. Oh, it's a decimal. So you can just leave it as the square root of 358 if it's a decimal. Or if you give me a decimal approximation, you can see it's 18.92. 18.92. Okay? Now, I know, most people don't even print off these, and that's fine. You don't have to print them off. The center, you just, write down the problem and then do the problem on a separate sheet of paper. It's not a big deal. Center, remember, its opposite sign is positive 17/2, comma, -1. And the radius is the square root of 25, which is 5. It's a nice number that we know. Now, if you have to graph this without graph paper, that's not a big deal. You can find 0, 0, and because the center is 0, 0, and the radius is the square root of 16, which is 4. Just count up 4, put a dot. Count to the right 4, put a dot. Count to the left 4, put a dot. Ooh, that's down. This is left. And then just draw your circle there. Right? It doesn't have to be pretty. 4, 4, 4, 4. Just draw your circle. Not terrible. So this one, the center is positive 4, -2. So positive 4, -2. It's right there. And the radius is the square root of 9, which is 3. So from here, come to the left 3, up 3, right 3, down 3, draw your circle. Okay? So 4, -2 is there, up 3, 1, 2, 3, right 3, down 3, left 3, and draw your circle. Okay? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the evens now, just so I can get all this done in one take. So the center 0, 0, we have to write the equation. It's just like this one, right? X squared plus y squared equals 14 squared. 14 squared is 196. So 196. Right? Remember, it's opposite sign. So it's x minus 4, y plus 6 is whatever 12 squared is. Oops. Let's clear that. 144. Okay. This one I changed, remember? From 6, -4 to 7, -4. Okay? And we already found that the radius is 3. We know the center is 7, -4. So it's x minus 7, opposite sign. Y plus 4 is the radius squared, which is 9. Okay? Now we have to find the center and the radius. Center like this one, when there's nothing subtracted from the x or the y, the center is going to be same, 0, 0. And the radius is the square root of 4, which hopefully you know is 2. Okay? Just a couple more to do. I have 3 more to do. Few. Center, opposite sign, 12, 4. Radius is 3. So when I do these, hopefully you're trying to get them before I get to it, right? This one you can graph by hand if you don't have graph paper. The center is 0, 0. The radius is the square root of 9, which is 3. So from there, count up 3, right 3, down 3, left 3, and draw. Or just freehand it if you don't have graph paper. It doesn't have to be beautiful, as you can see. The center is 4, 1. It's right here. The radius is the square root of 9, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And, shoot. And just draw it. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. We're getting pretty close to that. See ya.